Hi everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. In this video, we are going to learn how to build an AI agent to auto-send Salesforce lead follow-ups. So let's suppose I'm running an insurance company and I'm receiving all the leads to the form which I have attached on my website, and as soon as there is a form submission, the lead is automatically received in my Salesforce account. Now I want that as soon as a new lead is added, a follow-up email should be automatically generated with the help of AI agent. Here I'm going to use my AI agent as OpenAI, and then as soon as this follow-up email has been generated, it should be automatically sent through Gmail. Now doing this manually will consume a lot of time, so I'm completely going to automate this process, and to do this automation I'm going to use Pabbly Connect. So Pabbly Connect is an amazing automation and integration software which requires no coding or programming skills. Here I just need to build connection between Salesforce, OpenAI and Gmail. With the help of Pabbly Connect, I'm going to build this connection in such a way that whenever there is a new lead in my Salesforce account, the follow-up should be automatically generated with the help of OpenAI, and then this follow-up email should be automatically sent through Gmail. Now, if you want to learn the step-by-step process, then let me take you all to my screen.
In this video, we are going to see how to build an AI agent to auto-send Salesforce lead follow-up. For this, I've created an automation workflow where I have built connection between Salesforce, OpenAI and Gmail. And now what I've done, I have done a form submission from where I have captured the response, and the name of this lead was current user. And as soon as I've received the response, this lead was automatically created as a lead as a current user in my Salesforce account. And then I generated an email and I have sent that email to this particular current user. Let me show you the email. So this is the follow-up email which I have sent to this current user. Hi there, thank you for your interest in the insurance plan. So this is the email which we have generated as a follow-up email. And this is how this automation workflow is going to run. Now to learn how to create this, let's start creating this from the beginning. In this video, we are going to learn how to build an AI agent to auto-send Salesforce lead follow-up. For this, we are going to create automation between Salesforce, OpenAI and Gmail with the help of Pabbly Connect. So this is the landing page of Pabbly, and you can visit this simply by typing pabbly.com/connect in your browser. Now after browsing this website, we need to sign into our Pabbly account. On the top right corner, you can see two options, sign in and sign up for free. If you are an existing user, click on this sign in, and if you are a new user, click on this sign up for free, and this will give you 100 tasks free on monthly basis. As I'm an existing user, I'll click on this sign in. And here all Pabbly apps page has appeared, which is showing me all the Pabbly applications. I'm going to click on this Pabbly Connect Access Now. And it has taken me towards this dashboard where I will be able to find all my workflows over here and all the folders which I've created over here. Now if you want to create a new folder, simply click on this plus icon, and from here you can create a new folder. For now, I want to create a new workflow, for which I need to click on this create workflow button. And first I need to provide the workflow name, and then I have to select the folder in which I want to save that workflow. So first let's name this workflow as how to build an AI agent to auto-send Salesforce lead follow-ups. And now I need to select my folder. So these are the folders which have been created, and here I'm going to select this as AI agent and then click on create. Here workflow created successfully. As soon as I click on create, two boxes have appeared in front of me. One is trigger, other is action. So trigger says when this happens, and action says do this. So trigger is basically an event which starts the automation of a workflow. There can be only one trigger step in a workflow, but as many as action steps as you want. Here in this workflow, I want to build an AI agent to auto-send Salesforce lead follow-up, which means whenever I'm going to receive a new lead in my Salesforce, it will be automatically analyzed with the help of AI agent, and the follow-up will be automatically sent to this lead, which means whenever I'm going to receive a new lead, this complete workflow here will get triggered, because trigger says when this happens. So when I receive a new lead and then action says do this, then generate the follow-up and send that follow-up to that lead. So here in my trigger application, I will be taking Salesforce, and then in my action application, I will be taking OpenAI and then Gmail. So here in my trigger application, let me quickly take Salesforce. And then in my trigger event, I'm going to take this new lead. Now I need to make connection between Pabbly Connect and Salesforce, for which I need to click on this connect. And if you have an existing connection, go with save. If you don't have one, click on this add new connection and then click on this connect with Salesforce. I've already logged in my Salesforce account, and that's why I just need to grant away some permissions, for which I'm going to click on this allow. And it is always advisable to keep your applications logged in for the easy authorization. And here authorization successful, which means Salesforce is connected with Pabbly Connect. And now I have to enter this instance URL. So to get this instance URL, it is written, enter the instance URL here. Get your instance from setup, left sidebar, company setting and company information. Then search for instant. If it looks like this, then your instance will be this. So now I'm going to open my Salesforce account, and on the top where I can see the setup or the settings, I'm going to go towards the setup and this page will appear in front of me. Now on the left hand side where I can see all these options, I'm going to go towards the settings, and then I have to click on this company settings, from where I have to go towards this company information. Now here I can see that this instance is AP55. So here it is asking me to enter this instance URL in this format. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy this and I'm going to paste it in my instance URL, and then I'm going to write it as AP55. Over here, let's recheck this again. So it is AP55 and I have entered that. Now, as soon as I click on the save and send test request, the most recent lead which has been generated will start appearing over here. So first I'm going to do a form submission, and as soon as I click on the save and send test request, I'm going to receive all the details of that form submission. So I'm going to open my form in incognito mode. So here I have opened this form. I am going to fill some dummy details in all these fields. So here I have entered the first name as new, the last name as user, email address is new, 3696@pabblytudes.com, and the phone number as this. Now I'm going to click on this submit. Here we have successfully done the form submission. Now let's go back to my Pabbly Connect workflow. And I'm simply going to click on the save and send test request, and let's wait for the response. So here we can see that we have received the response. Here we can see the phone number which we entered is this. The name was new user and the email address was new 3696@pabblytudes.com. So here we have received all the details as soon as I've done the form submission, and this shows the connection setup that we have created between Salesforce and Pabbly Connect, that is successful. And now whenever there will be new lead or the form submission, I will start capturing that response here in this workflow. Now, whenever there is a new lead in my Salesforce, I want to send follow-up to this lead. For that, I'm going to use my AI agent, and here as my action application, I'm going to take OpenAI, with the help of which I'm going to generate this follow-up. And then in my action event, I'm going to select this as ChatGPT structured AI output and then click on connect. If you have an existing connection, go with save. If you don't have one, click on this add new connection. And now to make this connection, we have to enter the token. Following the headers given below, I'm going to enter this token and I'm going to click on the hyperlink, and it has taken me towards this API keys page. Now to create a new API token, I simply need to click on this create new secret key. First, I have to provide the name. So let's say the name is test, the project will be default project and the permissions will be all. And then I simply need to click on this create secret key. A new API token will be provided to me, which I need to copy and simply paste that over here. Here, as I have already an existing connection, I have created this connection multiple times. That's why I'm going to select this as existing connection and then go with save. Here, OpenAI is connected with Pabbly Connect, and now I have to enter all these details. So the first one is that I have to select the AI model. In this drop down, I can find all the AI models. I'm going to select this as GPT-4o Mini. I'm going to select the roles as user, and then in this box, I need to enter the prompt. So here I'm going to enter the prompt in a way that I have received the lead in my Salesforce and I want to send the follow-up to that lead. So here I'm going to enter the prompt like. So here I've entered the prompt. You are a helpful insurance sales assistant. Draft a friendly and professional follow-up message for a new lead. The details are, I'm going to add the details. Assume the lead showed interest in an insurance policy. Keep the message short and personalized. Mention you are available to help them with their insurance needs and that an agent will be in touch. So here I have added the contact details and I'm going to enter these details. Now I'm not going to enter these details manually, but instead I'm going to use a method called mapping, which means I'm going to enter the data from the previous response. Here I've received the response from Salesforce, and when I click on this field, I can see the Salesforce, and when I click on this, I can see all the response which I've received from there. Here first I need to enter the name of the lead which I've received, and the name of the lead is, the first name is new and the last name is user. Then I'm going to enter the email address as new 3696@pabblytudes.com, and then I'm going to enter the phone number as this one, Over here, mapping is important so that every time you receive a new response, it is taken into consideration in this field. Manually entering the data will make this field static and the information will not change even if you have received the new response. Over here, if I manually enter any detail, this field will become static and every time I receive a new response, the result will not change. So as to keep this field dynamic, we use this process mapping instead of manually entering the details. Now that I've entered all these details, next I need to enter this response format. So with the help of this response format, I'm going to receive the response in the JSON format. Like I'm going to receive the subject and the body of this mail, follow-up mail, separately. So here what I've done, I have simply copied and pasted this format from this help desk and pasted that over here. And I'm going to remove this curly braces, your JSON schema, curly braces. I have to remove only this much. And now I'm going to enter the JSON schema, which I'm going to generate with the help of my OpenAI. Now here to get this JSON schema, what I have to do, I have to open my OpenAI and I have to go towards this docs. On the left hand side where I can see all these options, so I'm going to click on the structured outputs and it is written over here. Try it out in Playground or generate a ready to use schema definition to experiment with structured outputs. I'm going to click on this generate and it is written over here. Describe how you want the model to respond and we will generate a JSON schema. So here I'm going to enter the fields which I require. So the first field which I require is subject and then I require the body. Now I have to write subject, then I have to write the type of text and then I have to write give the subject of the mail. And then I'm going to enter the body. So I'm going to follow the same process. I have to enter the same format, give the body of the mail. So we have to make sure whatever fields we require, we enter those fields in this particular format itself and then we simply need to click on this create and you will see within few seconds a JSON schema will be generated for us and here it is. I simply need to copy and over here you can see the cursor. I have to copy and paste that JSON schema which we have generated and here it is. Now we will be able to generate the JSON response for the subject and the body of this mail separately. These fields are not required one, but if you want to learn, you can visit our YouTube channel. I'm simply going to click on the save and send test request after entering all these details and you will see this mail has been generated. The subject is following up for your insurance inquiry and then I have the body. Hi there, I hope this message finds you well and it has generated the mail for me. Now here it's written best regards your name, your company. So I'm going to edit my prompt. I'm going to enter write ABC insurance in the end. I'm simply going to click on the save and send test request again and let's regenerate this response. So here I've received the response. Let's check this once and here it is. So now I want to send the same response to my lead for the follow-up through email. So for that, I'm going to click on this add action step button and then in my action application, I'm going to search for Gmail. And then in my action event, I'm going to select this as send email v1 and then click on connect. If you have an existing connection, go with save. If you don't have one, click on this add new connection, then click on this connect with Gmail. Here, as I have already an existing connection, I have created this connection multiple times. That's why I'm going to select the existing connection. When you click on this add new connection, you simply need to grant away the permissions and it will be authorized. Just make sure that your Gmail is open. I'm simply going to click on this save and here Gmail is connected with Pabbly Connect. And now I have to enter all these details. So first I'm going to enter this recipient email address. Here I have received the recipient email address in my Salesforce response, which is this new 3696@pabblytudes.com. And then I'm going to enter the email subject which I have received, which is this one. Then I'm not replying to anyone, so I'm going to skip this. I'm going to select my email content type as plain and then I'm going to enter my email content as this one. I have entered all these details and I do not require to enter the file name and the attachment. If you want to send something, you can do that. Just make sure that the file limit do not exceed. I simply need to click on the save and send test request and let's wait for the response. So here I have received the response. The email has been sent. This is a positive response. Let's open my Gmail and check whether I have received any mail or not. So here I have received this mail. Hi there, I hope this message finds you well. I wanted to follow up regarding your interest in insurance plans. So this is the same mail which we have generated and we have sent to my lead. If you want, you can add further steps. Like if you want to send the SMS, you can add the step from over here. You can select your action application as Twilio and you can connect your account and send the same message. So now to summarize, we took Salesforce as a trigger application where we made connection with Pabbly Connect. We received the new lead, and as soon as we received, we want to send a follow-up. So I generated the follow-up email with the help of OpenAI, and then we send that follow-up email with the help of Gmail. So this is how this automation workflow is going to run, and here we have successfully created automation between Salesforce, OpenAI, and Gmail with the help of Pabbly Connect. I hope you like this video. Thanks for watching.
Not only these applications, but you can integrate many more applications with the help of Pabbly Connect. Now, if you have any doubt, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any query, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issue, you can visit the website given over here. Also, if you find our videos helpful, do share it with your friends and like and subscribe to our channel.